Yo, YouTube, it's Andre the Con. You know what's going on. You now tuned into the Con TV. It's been a minute since I made a YouTube video. Kind of been going through a lot. I have a whole bunch of other YouTube videos that I made. I've just been kind of sitting on them because I'm really not too sure if I really want to post them or not. One of the things I really try to do with this channel is try to educate, and I really try to show the process of my education. And what I hope from that is possibly you're able to go on your own educational journey and see that education is outside of academics. Education is empirical. It's based on experience, and hopefully you're able to personalize it and become intelligent off your own experiences and learn from other people and build some kind of wisdom. As of lately, man, I've been thinking about just the young men in this country, just men in general actually, and our relationship with women. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm some kind of saint, you know what I'm saying? I'm not some kind of perfect dude, no nothing, you know what I mean? Like, we all make mistakes, we're all human. But what I've been noticing, man, especially on social media and even in my own life, is like, it just feels like we're at a constant war with each other, women and men. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all trying to stun on each other, we're all trying to, play each other, we're all trying to like do all that kind of stuff. And that's just things, I think that's just a product of just being young. I think that's just, especially with social media, like, we all have these images and we all have these things that we look up to. Like, we look up to rappers and singers, like, like women, and are looking up to these IG models and trying to get their bodies right like them. Men are looking up to rappers and like dudes who are putting on a false perception of who they are on social media. And I just really want to take the time to just take our young men and build stronger, more disciplined, more intellectual, intelligent, prospering, successful young men. And when I look around, man, and I see some of the principles that we hold for ourselves and the kind of like thirst and the kind of things that we be doing on social media, and don't get me wrong, bro, I am by no means exempt from this category. I am by no means like a perfect human being. I've definitely had my fair share of thirst sometimes on social media, like, but simping for sure. But all that's got to stop, bruh. All that has to stop. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do a better job of honing into who we are in ourselves as young men. You know what I'm saying? We need to be more disciplined. We need to be more direct in our perception of ourselves. We have to think more thoroughly and think about our actions and develop a sense of responsibility. Man, I look around, bro, and it's sickening, bro. Like it's sickening. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the kind of stuff that like young men are doing. Like the other day, bro, I was on social media, I was on Twitter, and this dude is like calling this girl on the phone, crying, saying, like, oh my god, like, I don't know, like literally crying, bro. And she screen recorded the whole thing. Like, what, bro? What have we come to, man? How do we let women have this much power over us? And I'm not talking power as in like you need to control her or nothing, like you need to dictate what she does. I'm not talking about that kind of shift in power. I'm talking about your mental, bro, your spirit. You got it all locked on a girl. It's sickening. Like, come on, bro. And she's sitting there, she tweets it, like it gets like 90,000 retweets and 60,000 likes, and it's just like, damn, now everybody in the world is seeing you cry, bro. I think one of the main things that we need to do is just be more responsible. Discipline and responsibility. That's what we have to do. And I think the way, in order to really develop a strong sense of responsibility and a strong sense of principles and a strong sense of discipline, is by forcing ourselves to do things that we don't really want to do. Like, picking up a skill, trying to make a business plan, because as a man, you see, women have bodies, right? And I'm not here to objectify women at all. I'm just calling it how I see it. Men and women, they have different assets in life. We have different tools to get us where we want to be. So for example, a woman, especially not saying every woman, but a lot of women nowadays, especially with social media, can use their bodies and their looks to get them places, to get them money. You know, you have girls who are making OnlyFans accounts or like getting paid like $50, no, $100 just to send a picture of their ass, bro. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? As a man, we have to rely on more so our skills, and you know, being physically attractive as a man, to that's a plus, but that don't ever make you successful in life, you know, because I know a lot of dudes who are ugly, bro, ugly, and they are successful. They got money, they got women on them. Like, it's all about your mental as a man, and that's what we have to tap into. We have to tap into our mentality. We have to tap into our discipline, bro. We have to become stronger, you know? And I think just from growing up and seeing and just having your whole world collapse by, you know, movies and like the media really being like, oh, you know, girls like it when you bring them flowers. They like it when you're super nice to them. I'm not saying you shouldn't do none of that, but you have to know when to do that. You know what I'm saying? You have to know when to express your emotions as a man. I'm not trying no man, and I really want men to become more emotionally intelligent. You know, become tapped into how you feel and who you are, because that's gonna save you a lot of the trouble in the long run. You know what I mean? That's gonna make you smarter in the bigger picture. Because if you know who you are and you know what you want and you know how you feel, then you can operate at a more intelligent way. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of what we've been taught about building relationships and about, you know, courting women has been oh, is it rain? It just rains, so like this tree might be dripping on me and stuff. Okay, on my thing. But you know, everything we've been taught, man, it's sickening, and it's got women out here hating us, bro. Because we got men who are crying on the phone. We got men who are putting their hands on women when things don't go their way. We got men who are just, you know, harming them, like verbally, physically. Like, bro, it shouldn't be none of that. Like, I don't care what it is, bro. A woman should not have that much power over you as a man, and that's just literally how I feel. And I mean mentally, you know. Because those guys who are putting their hands on women, those guys who are reacting in a childish manner, bro, those guys obviously have that woman at the helm of their spirit, you know? Like, that woman's controlling everything. Like, she could go outside and talk to another dude and you know, he's feeling like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Getting jealous and getting all like sick on the inside, holding that in. And as men, bro, all we know, like as men, all we know is how to operate out of violence and aggression. You know, women have a better way of operating and expressing themselves. You know, they talk, they're like more in tune with their emotions and things. And I'm not telling you to, like, when I say get in tune with your emotions, I'm not saying to become like super soft, or I'm not saying become emotional. But if you understand how you feel, then you can avoid a lot of like consequences. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can mitigate the consequences, you can mitigate the problems. And that's really the one thing I want to try to do with this channel, is try to develop stronger men, mentally, spiritually, physically, discipline wise, you know, build responsibility, get you guys to go out there and start doing your thing. Because a lot of the time, man, when we rely on, oh shoot, it was starting to rain out here. So I came back inside, it was raining outside, I had to come back in real quick. As you know, I am an artist, and I do want to use this platform to educate, you know, creativity and just kind of show what I'm going through and everything. But one of the main things is I want to help just young men, because I feel a lot of pain for them, just seeing how they're acting, seeing how childish they be acting, seeing how senseless they be acting, seeing the direction they're going into. And also, too, you know, I think I want to help young women realize that, hey, you know, y'all don't have to use your body to be successful. You can use your mind. I'm not saying don't hit the gym. I'm not saying get them glutes right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't hit the elliptical. You know, I'm not saying don't be healthy. But I'm just saying don't let that be your total reliance, you know? So I'm going to be talking about a lot more things that how to improve just your mentality and just get you on the right path, you know? I heard this quote last week that was saying, you know you're successful when you're on the when one, you want to be successful, and two, you're making the steps to be successful. So when you have a goal, right? Man, I want to make this amount of money by the time I'm like 25. All right, cool. You make a plan, you write it down, and then next thing you know, once you're on your way to that, you're already successful, bro. So yeah, I'm about to actually like get off this. I got some laundry waiting. I'm gonna edit this video real quick and, you know, like, comment, subscribe. I know it's been a minute since I posted anything, but just rock with me, y'all. You know, I'm trying to get back in there. Peace.